right, thank you again very much. I must earnestly appreciate you for joining us to watch this video. And right, let me start by saying that generally for mental health disorders, some of the symptoms that it's very important that you know. Okay, I'll try and talk about maybe like four or more of the symptoms. Okay, but one, for anybody who is suffering from mental disorder, you will find out that there are actually changes. There are constant changes in the mood of this individual. All right, that's what they call mood swing. All right, it's very common. You see, today they are very hyperactive, tomorrow that these, and there's always a shift. There's always a change in the mood of these persons. All right, it's actually a pointer that this individual might be possibly suffering from a mental disorder. All right, another symptom again is that you could see them take some erratic decisions. Their thinking pattern is already distorted. They are not in full control of themselves. Okay, they do not longer tell fantasy from reality. All right, they do no longer like I know how to draw or to understand the line between, okay, this is real, all right, this is no jokes, okay, or okay, yeah, this is joke, this is fantasy. Right now, if you notice any of this, it's a clear indication that this individual, okay, or this group of persons already might be suffering from mental disorders. Okay, and another thing again is that is the exaggeration of self-worth. You could find somebody seeing themselves or seeing his family or seeing his career or seeing his business as worthless. People come up to say that I don't think I'm worth living anymore. I don't think this business is worth doing anymore. I don't feel this marriage is worth staying in anymore. These are clear indications of mental disorders. Anytime you find such a thing happening, it is actually a pointer to the fact that there is a possible mental disorder going on in the life of that fellow. And again, let me quickly mention again, so another symptoms you will likely get to see is that this individual is taking some impulsive actions. Is involved in some no thoughts. Okay, there's some actions that are not driven from thought. Just like that, stimulously, they just respond and take some kind of decisions, take some kind of actions, and you can't really explain. You can't fathom, why is this person doing this? Why is she doing this? Why did you have to say this? Why did you have to do this to yourself? Why did you have to do this to your children? When it gets to that level, when it gets to that point, when you can explain the actions of some people, it is actually a pointer that something could be wrong mentally. Something could be wrong mentally. Okay, and then we'll be coming up again with more symptoms, but these are actually the emotional symptoms. All right, these are actually more of the emotional symptoms. Okay, like I did say, we have the emotional symptoms, we have the physical symptoms. Like for the physical symptoms, maybe like I also said, it is not peculiar to a disorder. All right, now for the physical symptoms, for someone, for example, suffering from depression, you will definitely see that this person will be very sad. Unexplainably sad. All right, or unexplainably excited. Right, you see this individual withdrawing from social activities or from religious activities that he or she always finds pleasure in. Just all of a sudden, he's just withdrawing. He wants to be all by himself or herself. She doesn't want to talk to people. She doesn't want to socialize anymore. Right? These are all indications. Okay, physical indication that something is wrong mentally. All right. You could find out that even some married people, lost in libido, lost in appetite for food, lost for you find out that even sometimes you don't sleep well anymore. You don't feel like sleeping. You don't get to catch up with sleep. These are all pointers to the fact that something could be clearly wrong with your mental health. Before I round up, let me make an attempt to also tell you that any mental disorder that you can hear of, that you can see, or that you're experiencing right now, I'd like to give you some words of assurance that they are treatable. Okay, we strongly believe in God. We strongly believe, we advocate, we are God's advocate. We speak about God, right? We believe in supernatural healing, all right? But I like to tell you that in case you notice any of these symptoms that we have mentioned, or you do not really understand why you're doing what you're doing, you do not understand why you keep having, thoughts of suicide, you keep having thoughts of, worklessness, of taking your life, of ending your career, of leaving your home, walking out of that marriage, walking out of that relationship, please, it is important that you give us a call. It's important that you see a health professional, a mental health professional. Very, very important. Like I also mentioned earlier in this episode, that any of the mental health is treatable, but it is best treatable when it is discovered early. It is best treatable when it's discovered early. And I can tell you that with less than 500 naira, you can treat some of these disorders. With less than 500 naira. Okay, that is why we do not want to encourage people, taking their words to their family members to be chained, to be beaten, to be, no. Please embrace the orthodox treatment methods, and I can tell you that you can actually come out and live and continue your normal life, continue your career, your business, your family life normally, and be the best you can, and contribute, meaningfully to your society and even to your immediate environment. So we have wide range of treatment, okay, of medications. It could just be, it could be in form of the antidepressant. It could be in form of the mood stabilizers. It could be even maybe some antipsychotic drugs. There are available treatments for you. That's just the good news. There are available treatments for you. You do not need to die in that disorder. You do not need to continue in that disorder. And I like to say also here again that some of the causes also that have been discovered recently again is the dependence on drugs and substance abuse is one of the causes also. So please, if you find yourself being dependent already, that means you have already been using these drugs or substances and you have graduated to abusing them, and now you have moved to depending on them for you to have your normal cycle of life. Please, you need to speak to somebody very fast. You need to talk to somebody, okay? And having said that, I'd like to let you know that the Mandated Empowerment Initiative wishes you a mentally healthy life.